So today I want to share with you my love for challenging gender roles, working for gender equality, and hopefully inspire you to multiply equality. See, when I think of gender roles, I think of a box, a tight box that surrounds every single human. A box with expectations. What I should look like, what I should wear, how I should act, how I should speak, what I should do personally, professionally, even academically. Regardless of whether you were assigned male or female at birth, you were dropped into one of these tight boxes. Think about it. I'm sure we can all remember of a specific instance when attempting to step away from this box resulted in confused stares, laughs, aggressive comments, or even outright physical violence. All meant to return us to our box because how dare we challenge gender roles? The most recent one in my case came from my grandma, my parents, my siblings, even my really young nieces and nephews, when during the pandemic I decided to shave only part of my head. I bet most of you didn't even notice, it's barely noticeable, you can barely see it, but confusion abounded and remains amongst my family. Did I want to be a man? Whether these expectations limit your desired haircut, your gender expression, your sexual orientation, or even your professional potential, the reality is that strict gender roles and stereotypes limit our potential as beautifully diverse human beings, at best, and at worst can even be deadly. Did you know that transgender women in Latin America have a life expectancy of 35 years old? Well, I'm sure you've heard gender roles are detrimental to women. Did you know that men have 3 times higher suicide rates than women? Did you know that men have a lower life expectancy than women? Did you know that men exercise violence towards women? Yes, but also towards other men, towards themselves, and honestly towards nations, as we've seen today, as a result of how we've learned masculinity should look like. The reality is that for decades, gender gap figures have remained stagnant as a result of efforts that focus solely on 50% of the population. As long as our efforts target fixing women rather than everyone in these efforts, we ignore the negative effects of gender roles on men and ignore men's ability and potential to become advocates of gender equality. Women will be destined to bear the brunt of gender inequality and gender-based violence. Transness and queerness will continue to be criminalized and deadly, and men will continue to suffer in silence. Gender roles, stereotypes, expectations limit our potential. And I hope that through this speech I have awakened in you a curiosity about how gender norms and gender roles limit your own potential. I hope that I have inspired you a will to challenge gender norms and fight for equality, regardless of your gender assigned at birth, and a desire to take action every day because it is in the quotidian. It is every action you take, every comment you make, every comment you let pass by, what language you use, and who you stand up for. Together we can multiply equality. Thank you for your time.